Hello, you're watching News Mongolian MNB World. I'm your host, Ayundel Robasaho. Our top stories. Binational Fulbright Foreign Student Program agreement was signed. It is possible to grow vegetables in a soil-free environment. Daily updates on COVID-19 status in Mongolia. For other news, stay tuned. On January 27th, the United States and Mongolia reaffirmed their shared commitment to providing high-quality educational opportunities for Mongolian students and to building lasting linkages between U.S. and Mongolian institutions by signing the renewed binational Fulbright Foreign Student Program agreement.
Notably, the renewed agreement formally terminates a collateral requirement previously imposed on the program participants, thus opening the scholarship to all eligible Mongolian students regardless of economic status. The signing ceremony was attended by U.S. Ambassador to Mongolia Michael Klichevsky and the Minister of Education and Science of Mongolia Inha Makhla. The Fulbright program opened in Mongolia 28 years ago. The first Mongolian Fulbright visiting scholar traveled to the United States in 1994, and the first Mongolian Fulbright foreign student in 1995. Since then, the United States has supported nearly 400 Fulbright exchanges between our two countries.
Reaffirms our two countries' shared commitment to providing high-quality educational opportunities for Mongolian students and to build lasting ties between U.S. and Mongolian institutions. Those ties exist, they're very strong, but there's a lot of room to continue building, and we're very glad that we can do that. Importantly, this renewed agreement formally terminates the collateral requirement that was previously imposed on program participants, which opens up the scholarships to all Mongolian students, regardless of their economic status, and I'm particularly pleased by that.
In 2009, the United States and Mongolia initiated discussions to establish a binational Fulbright Foreign Student Program and signed the agreement on December 15th of 2010. Since then, the program has enabled more than 100 Mongolians to pursue graduate studies in the United States in a wide range of fields, including education, environmental science, public health, geology, engineering, and more.
It's been 35 years since our two countries have established diplomatic relations. For the last 3 decades, bilateral partnership and cooperation have been developing in all spheres, including education and vocational training sectors. One of the vivid examples is the Fulbright Scholarship. In addition, Millennium Challenge Cooperation has been continuously supporting vocational education in Mongolia. I would like to highlight that Mongolia alumnus of U.S. universities are leading in their respective spheres.
The United States offers around 120 scholarships and exchanges every year in Mongolia, an investment of over $2 million. The Fulbright program creates connections in a complex and a changing world, led by the United States government in partnership with 160 countries worldwide. The United States and Mongolia remain committed to strengthening the bonds between the peoples of our two great nations to promote peace and prosperity for all. This year marks the 35th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Mongolia and the United States.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
There is a common misconception among Mongolians that vegetables grow only in soil. However, there are cases when this notion is not the case at all, and vegetables are successfully grown in soilless areas. Let's see how and where you can grow vegetables whenever you want.
Cotton is extracted from a common rock called basalt, which is used as an insulation material. In other words, there is a factory in Mongolia that is replacing imported products. In addition, there is an example of growing vegetables on cotton extracted from rocks. It can be conveniently placed in a 2 to 3 room apartment or a corner, used as a decoration and prepare vegetables. Is it right?
In the indoor environment, we place this utensil in the kitchen and allow people to grow and eat their favorite vegetables. Because rockwool is melted at high temperatures, rockwool does not contain any chemicals that can adversely affect human health. Because it is 100% natural, it allows people to harvest and eat fresh crops every day without any adverse effects on their health. Growing vegetables in black soil pollute the environment. However, cotton is not dirty to use and is advantageous technology that greatly facilitates human activities. People often ask about the use of chemicals such as plant fertilizer. So the plant nutrients used here take the chemical elements from the soil and feed the plants, so there are no side effects. It means that the beneficial elements are dissolved in water. Then, just like in the soil, plants get their nutrients through their roots. Therefore, it is a technology for those who grow vegetables in greenhouses for industrial purposes. We assembled it ourselves. In addition, it is possible to grow all kinds of vegetables such as tomatoes and leafy salads. Last summer, we planted and harvested in this greenhouse. We did our first experiment by studying the fact that a greenhouse does not have to be far from the city and that it can be grown indoors, close to our customers. This is the first experiment of cultivation done by us. It has been tried before in Mongolia. What was lost was that the water irrigation that could not be solved by a circulating system, and the water became foul within 1 or 2 days because the water became stagnant. If the water is renewed and mobilized for 1 hour and 30 minutes, the plants will receive all necessary nutrition.
The Ministry of Health and the National Center for Communicable Diseases provided its daily updates on COVID-19 status in Mongolia. Details as follows. The Ministry of Health today reported that 2,614 new COVID-19 cases were detected after tests were carried out at PCR laboratories across the country. 2 people, both with underlying health conditions, died of COVID-19 complications in the past 24 hours. All new cases are of domestic transmission, 1,498 out of which were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar, and the remaining 1,116 were confirmed in the provinces. 11,084 COVID-19 patients are being treated at hospitals nationwide. Additionally, 59,312 patients are being treated at home. Among the COVID-19 patients being treated at hospitals nationwide, 3,445 are showing mild symptoms of illness and 107 are in critical condition. As of now, around 2.17 million people have had 2 doses of a COVID-19 vaccine, and 31% of the population has received the booster shot so far. The anticipated COVID-19 peak is to be reached around Lunar New Year, hence officials warn the public against the risk of getting exposed to the virus, and it is advising people not to celebrate the holiday widely. Now let's check on the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. The Royal Opera House in London presented the final stage of its production of the Verdi opera Nabucco with Daniel Abadah's 2013 version. The production features Mongolian baritone Amurtuvshin Ikhpate's Nabucco, King of the Babylonians.
Baritone Amurtuvshin has won numerous prizes from national and international opera competitions, such as second prize for Best Male Singer and the public award from the 14th Tchaikovsky competition, the Grand Prix at Placido Domingo's Operalia International Competition, and the Dame Joan Sutherland Audience Prize at the 2015 BBC Cardiff Singer of the World. In 2021, he was named Opera Star at the International Opera Awards.
I've just been to listen to Amurtuvshin Inkpat singing the title role in Nabucco here at the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden. And what a thrill it was to hear him singing that wonderful music. He has really become one of the great Verdi baritones of his generation. And it seems so long ago now that we first heard him singing in Cardiff. And before that, I was lucky enough to hear him singing in Helsinki in Finland when he came to audition for us. And he won everyone's hearts in Cardiff. And since then, he's winning hearts all over the world. and thrilling audiences wherever he goes.
Here we are concluding our King Nabucco opera. It premiered in December at the Royal Opera House, and in total 7 performances were conducted. I really appreciated it for having this opportunity to perform at one of the top 10 opera theaters of the world. Last year was a real busy year for me, and I had the chance to perform at La Scala in Milan and in Vienna, Austria as well. Plus, I'm really grateful for being awarded the People's Artist Award.
In 2022, Amartushin plans to perform in Germany, Belgium and Italy in operas such as Tosca, Aida, Rigoletto and Louisa Miller.
And here's the weather forecast for major cities around the world. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for staying with us on News Mongolia. See you again for more updates at 6 p.m. tonight. Goodbye.